You can probably hear it in my voice that I'm tired and a bit blocked up, worn down if I'm honest. And what's interesting is that I just moved. New place, new energy, something I've really wanted for a while now. Not just logistically, like, oh, this is a better space, but emotionally and internally. I built this move up in my head like it was going to be a moment, like I'd step into this place and just breathe out, like feel this massive wave of relief or joy or something. I guess just a shift. And yet, when I moved in, moved the boxes, unpacked a few things, there was not that. There wasn't anything. There was no celebration, no moment, no real sense of I'm here. It was just quiet, like something I'd been anticipating for months just didn't land. And it caught me off guard because that's not how I thought it would feel. I'd attached meaning to the move, that this was the moment something in me would change, that maybe this was the reset that I needed. And then when it didn't feel like anything, I noticed this little voice creep in saying, well, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you happy? You've got what you wanted. And I've done enough work now to know to pause when that voice shows up, because I know that it doesn't come from truth. It just comes from somewhere much older, somewhere that learned early on joy wasn't safe to feel. So here I am in the space that I wanted, doing what I love, and yet sitting in this moment feeling flat. Not because life is bad, but because my nervous system hasn't caught up yet. And I share that not because I've got it all figured out, but because I think there's a lot of us who get the thing, whatever the thing is, and still feel like something's missing. And like I've noticed this pattern before, the moments where I should feel joy, excitement and presence, but instead it's like something inside me hits the brakes, like I'm watching life through a window instead of being in it. And the more I sat with it, the more I realized it's not about the moment itself. It's not about this house. It's not about the timing or the move even. It's about the part of me that I guess for a long time never learned how to feel safe in joy, never learned how to receive good things without expecting them to be taken away. And there's this thread that runs back, and maybe you can relate to this, where as a kid, joy was either conditional or short-lived. You'd either feel happy and then something would come along to just crash it, or you'd get excited and someone would just shame you for it. Or you'd achieve something and it just met with silence instead of any kind of celebration. So over time, your system, it learns, don't open too much, don't feel too deeply, don't let joy settle in, because if it does, it'll disappear and that just hurts way more. And even now, as a grown man who's done a lot of the work, that stuff, it still shows up, but not as loud voices, but these subtle blocks. I get what I want and then I numb out. I moved into the place that I wanted and then instantly think about the next task. No pause, no celebration, just forward. And I think it's important that we name that, because otherwise you just start thinking, maybe I'm just broken, but it's not that. You're not broken. It's just this old wiring, this old protection. It's a body and a heart that is still learning how to feel safe in the good. And that takes time. That takes softness. That takes awareness. And I'll be real with you. After the move, I didn't stop. I didn't pause. I didn't let myself land here. I just went straight back into work, straight back into content, into coaching, into DMs, logistics, like straight back into being on. Because that's the pattern. That's what I've always done. Keep moving, keep producing, keep leading. And look, on the surface, that it looks responsible, right? But it looks like discipline, like drive, like I've got momentum. But really underneath, it's just avoidance and it's distraction. It's a nervous system that is still stuck in survival. And I've been feeling it. My body is sore. I've got this lingering sinus thing. My voice feels rough. My energy's not amazing. I'm not sleeping that great. And when I check in, I can just tell that I've overridden myself again. And it's subtle. And that's the thing about personal growth. The patterns don't always disappear, they just get quieter. You have to be honest enough to catch them when they slip in dressed as productivity. And so that's where I'm at now. I'm not in full burnout, but I can feel the edge of it. And the difference is I can admit it now. I can sit in the discomfort without spiraling. I used to make myself wrong for this stuff. I'd shame myself for not doing better, for not being more present, more grounded, more healed, whatever that all means. But now I just meet it. I look at it and I say, hey, there you are again. I see you. And that alone it's a shift. It's healing. What's different now is I don't abandon myself when this stuff just shows up. I don't pretend I'm fine. I don't just push through and wear it like a badge of honor. And I don't shame myself for not being 100% switched on all the time. I just pause. I name it. I listen. I check in with what I actually need instead of what I think I'm supposed to do next. That might sound small, but it's massive for me at least. Because the old me, he would have just bulldozed through this. He would have ignored fatigue, slapped on a smile, kept grinding and wondered why the fuck he felt disconnected a week later. And the truth is, I still have moments where I slip into that, but now I catch it. Instead of making it mean I've failed, I just take it as a cue to slow down, to soften a little, to give myself the space that I never used to think I deserved. And that's what growth has become for me. Not always doing more, but learning when not to. Not just knowing how to push, but knowing when to pull back. It's the self-awareness to notice the pattern, the emotional maturity to sit with it, and the self-respect, I guess, to choose something completely different. Even just talking about this right now, this is part of it. This is me owning where I'm at instead of trying to package it into something inspiring or clean, because life isn't clean. Healing is not linear. And leadership, real leadership, that just starts with honesty. So yeah, I'm still learning. I'm still rewiring. I'm still finding the balance between leading and listening, not to others, but to myself. And I guess maybe you're in a similar place. Maybe you've just gone through a big change, a move, a breakup, a shift in identity even. And instead of feeling joy, you just feel flat or disconnected, just a bit off maybe. If that's you, there's nothing wrong with you. Sometimes our joy doesn't arrive when we think it should. Sometimes we go back right to those old patterns, not because we're failing, but because they're familiar. Sometimes what the body needs is just time to catch up on the life that we're trying to live. So the question I'm asking myself right now, and maybe it's one that you can sit with too, is what part of me have I been overriding that just wants to be met? Not fixed, not pushed, just met. That's the work I'm in right now. And if you're there too, I'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow.